Hey guys, welcome to this recap of New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a couple of years ago, Robin and I did 365 days of 365 activities in New Zealand. And on day 28, we went to the Waitomo Glowworm Caves. So check out the video to see what the experience is like. And at the end of the video, we're going to go through all the questions you guys had about the Waitomo Glowworm Caves when we published this video the first time round. And there's a lot to go through, so join us at the end for that. We are heading to the huge entrance to the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, which is like a huge modern building in the middle of nowhere, really. After our tour guide goes over the house rules, she then presses a button and the door to the caves opens automatically. This is the most advanced caves I've ever seen. Our tour guide is putting the lights on to the different sections we're going to, sort of revealing it one by one so you can be like, ooh, ah, ee. Each room is revealed one by one with the lights all well placed so you can get to see all the huge and ancient rock formations. We are making our way down to Cathedral Cave, which is obviously it's so large, it's like a cathedral. And also it's said to have like amazing acoustics in here. The whole place is stunning. It's like a cathedral. They even say that they get some carol singers down here to sing at Christmas. It's like a big natural acoustic hall. And further, at the other end of Cathedral Cave, the guide takes us down and shines the light at the glowworms to show us what glowworms look like in the light.
Let me tell you the story of glowworms. It's pretty disgusting. It's a little yay big maggot that's gonna basically puke a little fishing line down there and shit some sugar to make some light. When he's catching a fly, he's gonna slurp it down, digest it, and then he's gonna feel fed enough to fuck. He's gonna find the closest maggot next to him, and then once that's done, the maggot that just been fucked is gonna lay 120 eggs. After about 3 days, one of the eggs is gonna hatch, and there are gonna be 119 eggs next to him, which are all his brothers and sisters. And the maggot that just was born just decide, yeah, I'm gonna eat my brothers and sisters, and the cycle starts all over again. So we get to see those glowworms in complete darkness, which looks like really beautiful light. It's literally like being under the galaxy, right? It's like if the stars were like raised down the ceiling, just right about 2 meters above your head. And I can just make up in shapes. There's one I think it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes. There's another one which is like the side face of a troll. And yeah, I just picture shapes while we're on the boat.
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh. We're just looking up at all the twinkling blue lights. It's so intense because there's such a high concentration of glowworms here, and we're just like, ooh, it's like a galaxy of glowworms above our heads, and it's really awesome to see. Like, they're such incredible creatures. And yeah, the tour's finished. It's quite a quick tour.
In the biggest glowworm caves in the area, which is yeah, basically Glowworm Cave. I think that's the name of it. So so there is a goat on me. So this glowworm cave,
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you got a good idea of what the tour is all about, knowing that it's pretty dark in those caves to sort of show you an accurate sort of video of what it's like in there. But yeah, so hopefully you did find that useful. We do have some questions to go through. So Life is Wonderful asked, do you need to wear special shoes? And also, is it very claustrophobic? You don't necessarily need to wear special shoes for this tour. All the sort of walkways that you go on is very sort of well maintained. Usually if you just have some sort of, I mean, obviously I'd go for some sort of flat shoes. I wouldn't go and do this sort of tour in stilettos or anything crazy like that. But yeah, just sort of like your normal flat shoes that are, you know, like sneakers or hiking shoes or even sandals if you want. Like any sort of shoes is pretty good for this tour. So yeah, and is it also claustrophobic? Not really. The cave that you go into is really huge. There's no sort of like small passageways really to go through. Just at the beginning, the passageways are a little bit smaller, but they're still pretty big. They're taller than a person, so I don't think you would get claustrophobic in that environment. A lot of the other cave tours in Waitomo are a lot smaller and you are going into probably more claustrophobic places. So I think if you do have claustrophobia, then this tour, the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, would be the best one for you to go on to. All right, let's go into another question. Ulces says, I will be there in September. Which activity do you recommend to see more glowworms? Ruakuri Cave or the Waitomo Glowworm Caves? So yeah, if you haven't seen our other video of the Ruakuri Cave, that is literally a couple of videos before this one. But yeah, the Ruakuri Cave focuses a lot more on the limestone formations, but you still get to see plenty of glowworms. It's sort of a good balance between limestone formations and the glowworms, whereas the Waitomo Glowworm Cave, the tour we just featured in this video, that does have more of a focus on the glowworms itself. So if you're just looking for having just a glowworm experience really and seeing as many glowworms as possible, then I definitely say that the Waitomo Glowworm Cave tour is the best one to go for. Why in the World says, wow, they let you use cameras in there. So yeah, usually on the Waitomo Glowworm Caves tour, there's an absolute camera ban for this tour. You can't just take a camera with you. But for us, we did have to go through a sort of media process in order to be able to take our cameras in there. It does involve some paperwork. It does involve a little bit of planning prior to arriving on the tour. I know for a lot of people, that's just not what they really want. If you just want to take some quick, tourist snaps, that's a little bit of a hassle to go through in order to get a photo, but they do take some photos at the beginning of the tour of your group, sort of outside if you just want a group photo at the caves. They do that at the beginning of the tour and then you can purchase it at the end. It's kind of like one of those tourist activities. But yeah, that's basically your only option for photos. But even if you wanted to take photos on this tour, taking photos of glowworms is very time consuming. It's not a very fun process if you just want to do something quick. There are apparently some photography tours you can do in Waitomo, which would probably be better if you want to go there to take photos. So yeah, I would go for that if you want to take photos on this tour. Don't bother with your camera. All right, Diana said, hey, I'm going there next week. What did you say to let them for you to take photos inside? What kind of paperwork did you do? Like I say, we had to go through a whole media process for that. So yeah, pretty lengthy paperwork process. Nicole says, can you see these every month or can you only see the lights a few months in the year? So actually the really cool thing about this tour is that it is available all year round and the glowworms are visible to see all year round. As far as I know, there's not really any time when the glowworms are better than others. Their sort of life cycle is so small and that it's just so like, like the Glowworm Cave experience, it's just continuous. There's nothing where there's going to be like a whole bunch of glowworms gone and you don't see anything. Yeah, you basically get to see the twinkling lights on the cave all year round. So yeah, you don't need to worry about arriving for a certain season to see the glowworms. All right, and I think that is all the questions that we have for today on this video. If you do have any questions of your own, make sure to put them in the comments below and we will answer them for you. Otherwise, you can join us for our live Q&A session every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time, where you can ask your questions on the live chat and we can answer them directly for you there. Otherwise, head to nzpocketguide.com, which has thousands and thousands of articles about traveling in New Zealand. It's probably your one-stop shop for trip planning in New Zealand, so why not? It's free. Go ahead. Alright, so that is the end of this video. Join us for tomorrow's video for more Waitomo adventures. See you later.